All right guys, so we're gonna be doing a little bit of a dynamic warm-up. So first thing first is going to be hugging the knee. So bringing that knee to chest, getting a nice good stretch. Bring that knee all the way up as high as you can. And then next is going to be grabbing your ankle. So trying to bend that knee, stretching out that quad. Remember trying to keep those legs close together so they're not coming too far apart. If you start to get any knee pain, you can bring that hip and that leg back a little bit further, and that'll give it a little bit better of a stretch into that quad. All right, perfect. Next is going to be our hamstring stretch. Just keeping that back flat, so you're getting a good stretch in the hamstring. Go just as far as you can. Some people can go further than others. It all depends on how tight your hamstring is. All right, and then great. Now we're gonna go on to our other hamstring stretch. So alternating hand and foot. Trying to kick the opposite foot, opposite hand. And again, some people can kick higher than others. Depends on how warmed up you are as well. So don't push this, just nice and light. All right, and then next we're gonna be moving on to some of our hip movements. So going in and going back out with one side. So let's focus on one side here a little bit, and then we'll go to the other. So in and out with one, and then the other. Good. So back and forth. All right, great. Now let's go, and we're gonna be doing a reverse lunge here. Good, just watching that knee, make sure the knee's not dropping in. Just good form the whole time, going down to the ground and back up. Remember, this is just about getting the body warm. All right, and then next is going to be our side lunge. Going to the side and back up. Again, just watch the knee, make sure the knees are not dropping in on both sides, not just a surgical side. All right, great job guys. So if you need a little bit more of a warm up, just start again at the top. If you feel ready to go, let's move on to our exercises. All right, ACL group. So now we're gonna be doing a core and strength day. So first we're going to begin with core. We're gonna be doing 3 rounds of 30 seconds, 10 seconds off. So first exercise is going to be bicycles. So hands are behind the head, legs are raised, core is engaged, back is flat. Bringing opposite elbow to opposite knee, and then switching to the other side. So going back and forth. Make sure not to go too fast, just a nice good smooth movement, keeping that core engaged again, make sure you breathe. Next is going to be side planks. So from here onto the elbow's gonna be straight underneath you. You could either do this onto your knees or onto your feet. Hips again are forward, making sure that you're keeping that nice smooth straight line, and breathe. Okay, and then going on to dead bugs. So going onto your back, again, low back is flat against the ground. You're not rounding, core is engaged. Arms are up, and then opposite arm is gonna be raised above your head. Opposite leg is gonna be stretched out. And then back together, and then same thing the other way. Make sure you guys go slow enough that you can control this movement. Again, if legs are going too far out, I don't want your back to round. So make sure you keep that back flat. Smaller movement with the leg is just fine. Next is going to be ankle taps. So feet are going to be flat on the ground. From here, your body is going to be going left and right, doing some small movements that way, keeping that head, that chin tucked, core engaged. If this is too easy, you can bring your legs up to a tabletop position and do the same thing there. Make sure the upper body is still doing the same movement, just back and forth. Last is going to be a bear crawl. From here, you're gonna be on all fours. Knees are not gonna be on the ground. Opposite arm and opposite leg are gonna be going forward. And then switching to the other side, do a couple forward and a couple backwards. So you don't need a lot of room for this, just good movement, keeping that back nice and flat, core engaged. Good, so forward and backwards, just some small movements there. So again, 30 seconds on, 10 seconds off. This is a core focus. Here we go.
2, 1, go.
Bicycles, opposite elbow to knee, core engaged. Make sure, again, don't go too fast. Nice and controlled movement. Legs are going out to as far as you can without rounding the back. You guys are doing a great job. Remember, don't crank on your head either, okay? So just nice and control with your head.
3, 2, 1, rest.
On to side planks. So let's go on to our left side here first, and then we'll go to our right.
3, 2, 1, go.
So again, you guys can either go feet or onto your knees, keep on going. Hips driving forward, keeping that nice smooth straight line. Keeping that breath nice and calm. Guys are doing good. Keep it up, 10 seconds left. Remember, shaking is okay. Shaking means you're working, so that's good.
3, 2, 1, rest.
All right, on to the right side. Remember, again, core is engaged, hips forward, keeping that nice, good straight line all the way down from your head all the way to your toes. And remember, if this is too hard, you can always do this onto your knees, whichever you prefer. Doing good, 10 seconds left, keep it up. Almost done, keep on breathing. Dead bugs are next. Lying on your back. Back's gonna be flat.
3, 2, 1, go.
Right. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Legs are extending just as far as you can. Make sure that back is not rounding. You guys are doing a great job. Remember to go nice and slow and controlled. Don't speed through this. Don't go too fast. Control that movement pattern the whole time. Almost done, 5 seconds, keep on breathing.
3, 2, 1, rest.
Ankle taps are next, so feet are gonna be flat on the ground there. You're gonna keep that pelvic tilt.
3, 2, 1, go.
Trying to touch your ankles, keeping that chin tucked, and that core engaged. If this is too easy, you can always go and make it harder by going to tabletop, up to you. Halfway through, keep on breathing. Try not to hold your breath. Easy to do on this one. 5 seconds left.
3, 2, 1.
Onto the bear crawl. So all fours. Making sure your knees are not touching the ground.
2, 1, go.
Back is flat. Small movements forward. Couple of those, and then we're going to be doing some small movements backwards. So small ranges, you don't need to have a big space for this. If you would like, you could do this in the hallway to do further range if you want to get a little bit more distance with it. If not, small range is perfectly fine. Just really watch out for your low back. We just want to keep that back flat. Almost done, 5 more seconds.
3, 2, 1, rest.
Right. Round 1 is done. Let's go back to the top. Here we go, bicycles. Onto side planks. So let's go on to our left side here first, and then we'll go to our right.
3, 2, 1, go.
The right side.
Three, two, one, go.
Bugs are next. Lying on your back. Back's gonna be flat.
3, 2, 1, go.
Taps are next, so feet are gonna be flat on the ground there. You're gonna keep that pelvic tilt.
3, 2, 1, go.
Crawl. So all fours. Making sure your knees are not touching the ground.
2, 1, go.
Let's go back to the top. Here we go, bicycles. Onto side planks. So let's go on to our left side here first, and then we'll go to our right.
3, 2, 1, go.
right side. Bugs are next. Lying on your back. Back's gonna be flat.
3, 2, 1, go.
Taps are next, so feet are gonna be flat on the ground there. You're gonna keep that pelvic tilt.
3, 2, 1, go.
Crawl. So all fours, making sure your knees are not touching the ground. All right, guys, so we're gonna do strength now. So 3 rounds, 45 seconds on, 15 off. So now first is going to be some side steps. So in that athletic position, knees are slightly bent, keeping that core engaged, stepping out to your right, making sure you're not taking too big of a step. Knees are staying out over your toes, not letting those knees drop in. So now going to the left. Good, same thing, core engaged, really working on focusing on the glutes. So that's the side. Then we're gonna also go ahead, we're gonna do forward. So again, that athletic position, keeping those feet apart the whole time, going forward. And then we're gonna be also doing the same thing going back. Good, keeping those knees out, not letting them drop in. All right, and then now we're gonna be moving on to our Romanian deadlift. So single leg, you're gonna need a backpack for this one and adjust the weight accordingly. So you can always pause this video to whatever you need and then restart it. So surgical leg is down, other leg is gonna be going straight out, and just keeping that nice streamline all the way down and back up. Core engaged, making sure that right hip does not elevate too much, and just go down to as far as possible. Only whatever your hamstring will allow you to do. Don't go too far. Good. Next is gonna be moving on to a goblet squat. So a little bit wider stance, and then toes can be pointed out just a little bit as well. Going down, trying to get to about horizontal to the ground if you can, and back up. And just remember, you can change the weight accordingly. If you need more or less weight, you can add it in the backpack. All right, guys, here we go. So remember, 3 rounds, we're gonna do 45 seconds on, 15 off. We're gonna start with our side steps. Here we go.
3, 2, 1, go.
Great, so again, just addressing those knees. Make sure those knees are staying out over the toes. Don't let those knees drop in. Nice smooth movement to the one side and then going to the other side. If If you need to, if you're in a smaller room, you could always just take 2 steps to one side and then 2 steps back. Just whatever is going to allow you to have that space to work out in right now. We have about 30 seconds left here. Remember, keep that slight bend in the knees, that athletic stance. Doing great, almost done, just a couple more seconds, 5 seconds left. All right, now we're gonna be doing the same thing going forward. So we're gonna remember keeping those feet apart, keeping those knees apart, don't let them drop in. Really feel it in the glutes. We're working on the glutes here.
3, 2, 1, go.
That athletic stance, control. Feet are just going straight forward. Make sure you guys are breathing, and then make sure you go forward and backwards, whatever your space will allow you to do. Even if it's just a couple steps forward and a couple steps back, you can get a really good workout with this. Again, really focus on those glutes. Squeeze those glutes. Make sure that those guys are working. Doing great. About 15 seconds left here. Keep it going. Don't quit on this. I know this can get pretty tiring. You're doing a great job. 5 seconds left.
3, 2, 1, rest.
All right, on to our Romanian deadlift. So grab your weight, make sure that backpack has whatever amount of weight you need in it. You can always stop the video.
3, 2, 1, go.
Good, surgical leg is down, other leg is straight out. Trying to keep that straight line. Watch that right hip or your left hip, depending on what leg you're working on. But the opposite hip of what is down, make sure it's not raising up too high. Keeping that nice straight back. Don't go too far if you can't, okay? Keep it going, you're almost done here. You got 15 seconds left. Keep it up. Remember, just that nice soft knee bend. So you're not bending that knee too far, it's just a nice soft knee bend. Almost done, 5 seconds here.
3, 2, 1, rest.
All right, now we're gonna go into a goblet squat. Feet are a little bit further out. Feet can be turned out to the side just a little bit. Adjust that weight if you need to in the backpack.
3, 2, 1, go.
Good, going down as far as you can, just a horizontal. Don't go really any further than that. If you can't go that far, that's fine. Just make sure you're going even left and right. So I want you guys not to favor one side or the other. So just straight up and down the whole time. Make sure you're breathing. Doing a great job. About 15 seconds left here. Again, watch those knees. Okay, if you're getting tired, watch those knees. Don't let them drop in. Almost there, 5 seconds.
3, 2, 1, rest.
Great job, guys. All right, back to the top. Here we go, back to our side steps. Good, awesome, you're good. All right, now we're gonna be doing the same thing going forward. So we're gonna remember keeping those feet apart, keeping those knees apart, don't let them drop in. Really feel it in the glutes. We're working on the glutes here.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, onto our Romanian deadlift. So grab your weight, make sure that backpack has whatever amount of weight you need in it. You can always stop the video.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, now we're gonna go into a goblet squat. Feet are a little bit further out. Feet can be turned out to the side just a little bit. Adjust that weight if you need to in the backpack.
3, 2, 1, go.
Great job, guys. All right, back to the top. Here we go, back to our side steps. Good, awesome, you're good. All right, now we're gonna be doing the same thing going forward. So we're gonna remember keeping those feet apart, keeping those knees apart, don't let them drop in. Really feel it in the glutes. We're working on the glutes here.
3, 2, 1, rest.
All right, onto our Romanian deadlift. So grab your weight, make sure that backpack has whatever amount of weight you need in it. You can always stop the video.
3, 2, 1, go.
right, now we're gonna go into a goblet squat. Feet are a little bit further out. Feet can be turned out to the side just a little bit. Adjust that weight if you need to in the backpack.
3, 2, 1, go.
Great job, guys. All right, back to the top. Here we go, back to our side steps. Good, awesome, you're good. All right, guys, here we go. On to strength number 2. So we're gonna start out with either a mini lunge or a Bulgarian split squat. So we'll show the mini lunge here first. Going up and down. Surgical leg is gonna be forward, non-surgical is behind you. Okay, and then let's show also the big Bulgarian split squat. So you're going to have surgical leg again forward, non-surgical on the chair, up and down. That surgical leg is going to be forward enough so you're not going past your toes, you're just going right over your toes, thinking straight up and down. Good. So from here, let's go on to a wall sit. So find yourself a nice comfortable wall. And then you're looking at trying to get your thighs horizontal to the ground and then shins straight up and down. So make sure you're not keeping your feet too close to the wall. They're far enough away. Back is flat against the wall. Last is going to be heel raises. Focus on hopefully your single leg. So surgical leg down, all the way up and back down. If you find you can't go all the way up and back down, you can use your non-surgical leg to help out. Maybe about 25% or so on that non-surgical leg, and then 75% or so on that surgical side. Good. All right, so here we go. We're gonna do 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off. Okay, so we're gonna start out here again with that Bulgarian split squat or that mini lunge. Ready, and go.
3, 2, 1, go.
So again, remember, watch that knee. Make sure that knee is staying straight over that second toe, not too far. Don't go past those toes, just go directly over them. Think about going straight up and down. Okay, don't drive that knee forward. Again, this is just a strengthening exercise, not a balance exercise, so you can always hold on to something if need be. Doing great. About 15 seconds left, guys. Keep it going, don't quit. This is the first round, so you can always adjust the weight in the bag in a second. Keep it going, 5 seconds.
3, 2, 1, rest.
All right, wall sits. Here we go, find that wall. Remember, back flat against the wall. Legs are gonna be far enough out that your shins are up and down.
1, go.
Thighs are horizontal to the ground. 45 seconds here, guys. Keep it going, don't quit on this. Keep on breathing. If you need to, you can always try and distract yourself by juggling a ball or something like that as well. Good, good. Try to keep those legs horizontal to the ground. You're doing great. You have 15 seconds left. Power through it, you got it. Make sure those knees are not dropping in. Almost done. 5 more seconds here, 5 more seconds.
3, 2, 1, rest.
All right, heel raises. single leg as much as possible.
3, 2, 1, go.
Good job, all the way up and back down. Again, not a balance exercise, okay, but don't use the mirror too much or a wall too much to push yourself up, okay? So again, just use that wall to just assist you with balance. All the way up, all the way back down. Doing good. You have about 15 seconds left. Keep on breathing. Start to feel that burn.
3, 2, 1, rest.
All right, make your way back over to your chair. Back to that Bulgarian split squat. Here we go. We good?
Three, two, one, rest.
All right, wall sits. Here we go, find that wall. Remember, back flat against the wall. Legs are gonna be far enough out that your shins are up and down.
1, go. Three, two, one, go. Three, two, one, rest.
All right, make your way back over to your chair. Back to that Bulgarian split squat. Here we go. We good? right, wall sits. Here we go, find that wall. Remember, back flat against the wall. Legs are gonna be far enough out that your shins are up and down.
1, go. Three, two, one.